This is Carl at National RV Detroit. I'm going to walk you through this 2022 Super Lite model 22FB. I'm still cleaning it right now, but I'll get this in here. It's a Starcraft Super Lite. So I'm just going to show you some of the features. This is not a floor plan video. It's just I'll just show you around a bit, okay? So you have the regular scissor type stabilizers, power awning with LED strip. This is a spray port. It comes with a sprayer, a coiled sprayer. I'll show you that when we get to it. Of course, you have the fold downstairs. Power on the outside. This is the vent for the range hood. So it does have a baffle in here that flaps. So you can lock that into place just by pushing it in for when you're traveling or storage. But if you're venting to the outside using the fan in the range hood, you want that open so it flaps freely. Your furnace vent. Now this one comes with pre-wired for a backup camera kit right here. So, or a camera kit, I should say. You have the two side cameras, and then there's a backup camera housing in the back. So that would be the 3-camera kit. You can, if you're interested in getting the kit, you can get it. We sell it here, or you can get it elsewhere, whatever. You can get just the backup camera, or you can get the whole set. It's up to you. Okay. So you have 2 LP tanks, a power tongue jack. Now this power tongue jack, if it ever fails, you can pull this rubber plug out right here, and you can put the 3/4 inch crank on there, the same one used for the stabilizers. You can actually crank it manually to get yourself out of trouble, so you can always get hitched and unhitched no matter what. You have a docking light here. So this is your sprayer, of course, and there's your stabilizer and tongue jack crank right there. Okay. Walk a little farther. You've got a 30 amp system, so you got a 30-foot 30 amp cord. So we give you 30-foot 30 amp cord. Your dump valves are right here, black and gray. Okay. You have a docking station, which basically you have your city water hookup right here, right? Now, whether you fill the tank or run city water depends. If you look at this drawing here, if you put this blue valve in the horizontal position, it'll fill your fresh water tank. You can pump water out of the tank. That's if you don't have city water, for example. If you put it vertically, it will just supply city water to your trailer, which is the most common way to do it. So keep in mind that obviously you'll turn the pump on if you're going to pump out of the tank. I'll show you the switch when we get inside. There's another faucet, or what would you call it? I guess a faucet, a hookup where you can put that that coiled sprayer on. Now this right here is your black tank flush, right? So after you dump your black tank, if you choose to, you can leave the black tank valve open, like it states on this sticker right here. Open the black valve, turn on the water. It'll spray out the inside of your tank, spray off the sensor so you get a good accurate reading, that sort of thing, okay? And this little coax is just a satellite cable through to the inside, okay? Alrighty. So there's your housing if you want the backup camera. Has a ladder, which is great. The manufacturer states you should inspect the roof every 60 days, so keep in mind that when you go up there or have somebody go up there, you're just going to look for cracking or separation at any of the sealant. You look for obvious damage by, to the roofing material or to the roofing attachments, damaged by low branches or road debris flying up there, anything like that. You're just inspecting it to make sure everything's in good shape, so you can stay ahead of any problems, so you can protect your investment. Okay. So that's important. It should be a part of your regular maintenance. Still cleaning here, as I stated. So right now this water heater is in regular camping mode. So it's got water in it, the valves are in the correct position, it's ready to go. It runs on gas or electric. Right, the switches are inside the trailer. There's an electric heating element behind here, just so you know, and then there's the gas burner. This is the drain plug here. This takes an 1 1/16 6-point socket to remove it and to put it back in. Has an anode rod attached to it. So keep that in mind. Never take this plug out when there's pressure in the system still. You want to open the hot water valves, let the pressure out, and let it cool down first, obviously, before you pull it out. You don't want to get scalded. But if you don't let the pressure out there, that thing will shoot out of there like a cannonball. So keep that in mind. Okay. So when we first come in the door, you have this device here, which is your power power converter. This basically converts AC to DC power. You can see you have regular 110 AC circuit breakers up there, and they're all labeled. Then the power is converted to 12 volt DC on the bottom. You got 12 volt fuses, and they're all labeled. Okay. This is also a battery tender, so it's going to sense how much energy your battery has and needs, and it'll act accordingly. If it's charged, it'll just trickle a couple amps up there. If it's low, it'll send 10 amps or 15 or whatever it needs to charge it up, as long as you're plugged in. Of course, when you're pulling down the road, your tow vehicle's alternator will charge the battery, so 2 ways to charge it. Now, your refrigerator is a gas absorption refrigerator, so that means it works on 110 AC or LP gas. So that's the most common mode right there. A with an electrical plug, that means automatic electric. The reason they call it automatic electric is because it automatically seeks out electricity. If it can't find it, it'll automatically light on gas as a second choice. Or if your campground loses power, for example, it'll sense that and it'll light the refrigerator on gas, so you don't spoil your food or anything. The minute it detects AC power again, it'll switch back to AC. Now you can hit the mode button and select just electricity or just gas, but that will always get you where you need to be, okay? And of course, that's just your temperature. You want it up all the way almost always. Just so you know, your bypass valve for your water heater and all that stuff are behind this panel right here. It has 2 screws holding it in. All right. Your keys are right here. Excuse my camera work, I'm sorry. And faucet, obviously, you have a microwave, works like any other microwave. Your range hood works like any other range hood. You got a fan and a light. I don't know if he's got the gas turned on. Oh, no, gas is not, because it's a basic prep. So anyway, you have 3 knobs here, right? 3 burners. This one here is the sparker. You turn it clockwise to light it, and this one is for the oven. So all you can do is turn it on and spark it, and it lights. It's very simple. Okay, you also have lights here, inside light and blue light. Okay, your TV remote is right here, and this is on a swing out bracket, as you can see. Keep that in mind. It should be locked into place when you're traveling. This remote is for your sound bar, so it has the sound bar here. The sound bar has FM radio, no AM. They somehow have been shipping them like that for some reason, but anyway, you have FM radio. You have a USB drive, so you could stream off a USB stick. This HDMI is an in, so if you want to go into the system with, let's say, a portable Blu-ray player or something, you could plug it right into there. It has Bluetooth, so you can stream wirelessly from your phone or your tablets. It has 2 speaker zones, 1 and 2. 1 is inside the trailer, 2 is outside the trailer. So it's got everything you need. That's the battery for your smoke detector. That'll be installed. These lights here have a switch right here. Kind of hard to find here, but that switch, there's just these 2 lights over the bed. Of course, you have some storage under here. Okay. Let's see what else we have here. There should be this is your carbon monoxide LP gas detector right here. It should always be green. If it's not glowing green, get it serviced. Okay. Your couch, which jackknifes. Yeah, this fold out. This is a bed here, this piece. And then, of course, your table is stored under here. You can see it right there. Okay. Let's see where else we're at here. The thermostat is right here. You just hit the mode button. You light it up with the mode button. This one you have to hold for a second to turn it on. There you go. And you go through all the options. Cool, it's air conditioner, obviously heat, propane furnace, fan speed, dry. Let me give them around again. Then you can check the fan speeds right there also. To shut it off, you just hold it the same way until it goes out, and then it'll shut off. All right. You have a vent in the bathroom, of course. You have the sink and the shower work like any other sink and shower. You have a GFCI right here, so all the plugs in the trailer, all the receptacles are wired through this GFCI, even the one on the outside. So if you're using something outside and it pops, you're going to reset it in here. The toilet is an RV toilet, so it sits directly over the black tank. It's got a flush pedal right there. You can't use it dry. By dry meaning nothing in the black tank. So when you get to the campground, you hook up your power and your water. You'll come in here, you put a dose of chemical right in the bowl, then you'll stand on the flush pedal, hold it down until at least a gallon of water along with the chemical goes into the black tank below. Then it's all ready to be used. If you don't do that, the smell will be terrible, plus it'll get clogged up. So you never use a dry black tank. You always have chemical and water in there before you start, okay? All right, so back over here where we started at. You have your slide room button right here. Very simple. You have your power awning here. Never leave the awning out unattended. Always roll it in when you're not at the campsite. You got your water pump here. Remember I told you have an onboard water pump in case you're camping someplace without city water. You can fill your fresh water tank and then just pump it out of there with this pump. That pump's also used to winterize the trailer. Your water heater lighted on gas is right there. There's the fault light. And to turn on the electric heating element is right there. Never run the water heater without water in it. You always got to make sure there's water in it, otherwise you'll damage it. Most people will run the electric all the time when you're plugged into campground power. It'll always give you hot water. And then if you need a boost, you can kick in the gas and it'll give you much faster recovery if people are showering especially. So, and then you have your batteries charged, fresh water, black is empty, gray. The auxiliary isn't used on this one. So your levels are right there. They go up in 1/3 increments. Okay, let's see what else. See if I forgot anything. Yes, this is a pre-wired here. So what this thing is telling us, this is pre-wired for a public Wi-Fi booster. You can get 4G too, I think, with it, but nobody does that. It's all about the public Wi-Fi booster. So if you were to get the kit, you can scan this code and it'll take you and give you more information. But the kit would consist of an antenna for the roof, a Wi-Fi antenna, which there's going to be a port up there. And then a router box would fit right here. It's like 8 inches square, maybe, something like that. And that would actually be a router. So you can see the advantage of that. All your family's phones and tablets would hook to the router, and then the router would hook to the public Wi-Fi, and it's a really good booster, that sort of thing. So that's an option. And of course, last but not least, this is your escape window. You push it all the way through. Then you grab a hold of the tab, pull the screen out, and you can escape during an emergency. Okay, all right. So I want to thank you for purchasing your trailer here at National RV Detroit. Please remember what I said about inspecting the roof every 60 days. Keep an eye on it. That should be part of your regular maintenance. People, generally speaking, don't inspect the roof enough. You're just protecting your stuff, so make sure you do that. And right now this is in camping mode, so it's all ready to go. There's water in the water heater. The bypass valves are in the correct position for summer. So you just have to worry about when it comes time to winterize, you take care of that, obviously. And never run the water heater without water in the tank. I know, like, some people will camping in the spring, for example, and then they're not going to go into the fall, let's say, so they pull the plug out and drain it. Well, that's good. Just make sure you put the water back in before you turn it back on, that's all. Okay? Thank you.